Yeah, we're going to be talking about this game. So what I'm going to be doing in this video, I'm just going to be sharing my overall thoughts on this game after completing it for 4 hours. I'm going to be sharing what I liked about the game, what I didn't like about the game, and my overall thoughts on the game. So guys, kick back, relax and enjoy yourselves. The first thing I like about the game is the car list. The car list has cars that gives it an edge over Need for Speed, Forza Horizon and The Crew 2. The second aspect of this game that I liked were the races. Although these were brief, I liked the fact that these were used to take a break from the action pieces in the game. The cruise part of the missions was another nice part of the game. We were able to just take your time at your own pace to where you were going. The Easter eggs to the franchise were a nice nod, and I always welcome that when they do it right. So I'm going to give Slightly Mad Studio props on that. Some of the cinematic shots were a nice nod to the franchise. Here are some examples for you guys to see. You really hear a lot of people talking about launch events, but the launch event for the game was really good concept and I give them praise for that as well. Let me show you some images of how the launch event looked. The soundtrack for this game is surprisingly really good and I was actually vibing to it a bit when I was in the menus and that, so I'm going to give them praise on that. Out of all of the characters in the game, Roman Pierce was by far the best one for me in my opinion. Although his time was brief, Tyrese brought the energy that Roman had in the movies and portrayed it perfectly in the game. It made you feel like he was actually involved in the action compared to Letty and Dom, and I'm going to give him praise for doing that. Now, these are all of the positive aspects of the game that I like. Now we're going to be heading into the negative zone. As you guys can see in the background, I did not like the physics of this game. Although the physics did start off good at the beginning, over time the physics were getting to the point where they were starting to break the game, and that's not a good sign for me in my opinion. To me, the physics should have had a lot more time to be developed and improved. Another aspect of this game that I disliked was the character dialogue. I know they're trying to emulate the movies, but they sounded hella robotic, especially during missions. This is a perfect example of how they sounded.
Slam them off the road.
Like, boy, you got paid money to be in this game. Put some effort, put some energy into your voice at least, man. When it comes to the recharge time for the power-ups, I feel that it takes way too long and that there isn't an alternate way to speed up the time. Another aspect I hate relating to this is that there's no way to regenerate health in the game. I did not like the story of this game one bit for a Fast and Furious game. Spy Racers has the better story and the better characters. So much more interesting. If you guys haven't watched that on Netflix, please go and watch that. Especially if you are a Fast and Furious fan. For a Fast and Furious game, it is insanely criminal that there's no full customization in the game. The only options that are available to you as far as I'm aware are the paint options and decal selections only. We could have had 2 open modes in this game with Barcelona and New Orleans, and the fact that these are just linear ruins the point and the potential that 2 maps in this game could have had. The fact that this type of game hasn't got a speedometer is criminal as hell as well. This game is poorly optimized for PCs, and you can see that they just ported it from consoles directly. You cannot play with a keyboard. The slowdown is bad in some parts of the game, and the graphics and lighting are horrible, and this shows especially in cutscenes. As well as that, there's also some bugs and technical issues that affect the game as well. Earlier in the video I mentioned that I like the car list, but this is now bittersweet. If you want to access the full car list, you have to play in the multiplayer, and the problem with the multiplayer is that no one plays the game online. So what is the point of having this car list in this game if you can barely access it and barely unlock the cars that you want to play in? This was a poorly made decision made by Slightly Mad Studios. And the final 2 aspects of the game that I did not like was the price of the game and the overhyped marketing of the game. When it comes to the price of this game is not worth £50. If anything, save your money for inertial drift and hotshot racing. This game honestly belongs in the Poundland entertainment value section. I am gonna say, when it comes to the marketing of the game, stating that your game is a Need for Speed killer / destroyer does not help your game at all. If anything, you put in more expectations on your game to be a good product, and unfortunately you failed in that aspect. Need for Speed Payback is a much better Fast and Furious game than this game. was expecting this game to be bad, but I wasn't expecting it to be brain dead bad. Missed potential with the license and extremely disappointing. If you guys want to play a good Fast and Furious game, get a PlayStation 2 or download the PlayStation 2 emulator if you have it on PC and play the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift game on it. A much better game that gives you customization as well as true racing. If you guys want a good Vin Diesel game, I recommend you playing the Chronicles of Riddick Assault on Dark Athena. You get 2 campaigns for the price of 1. You also get Vin Diesel playing Riddick, which is one of his best characters he's played in my opinion. And he is also involved in the production of this game, and you could tell that the effort was put in. So, this is my overall thoughts on Fast and Furious Crossroads. Thank you guys very much for watching and being patient with me. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe. Have a nice day.